And that worked. Sort of. It sort of worked, but it sort of didn't work. Hello? This is Coffee with Curmudgeons here on Monday. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Wait a minute.
Good morning. No, it's afternoon. This is a special edition of Coffee with Curmudgeons.
Right.
We're trying the afternoon. And over here, I could do that thing we did on Friday. Yeah. Or maybe I should save it for Fridays.
Hello, folks.
Oh, you are like not quite
This
right.
is not, your eyes are not deceiving you right now. This is a special afternoon. You ready for this, folks? Afternoon, after school special, Coffee with Curmudgeons. How you guys doing today? Hello. Why, hello there. That's right. So we're here in the afternoon. I know we're both well rested. Everything's ready to go. We're caffeinated. Things are good.
Yourself.
Well, you know.
Where did this guy go? Oh,
Usually, sometimes in the morning, they say, "Hey, Jason, what's going on?" Like,
yeah, I know.
good.
I know. Well, it's a mess.
Well, you know.
It's all a mess. Oh, that's good. Yeah, see. Thank you, Jason. Bye.
It's all good. I'm a little bit more optimistic, right? It's all a science experiment.
You know,
this is one giant science experiment. This is what we're doing. We're doing good work
optimistic here. Because you don't have to.
I don't have to worry about all the intricacies and all the stuff that's going on. I can just sit here and be weird.
Yeah. So what happened is we have been doing this for almost a year, and we upgraded some stuff. And we went live with it last Friday.
Right.
And it's coming along. It's actually, I think we're doing okay.
Yeah.
But if you notice, I screwed up a couple things.
Oops.
Yep. Oops.
It's all good.
Because it's a new system. And when you have a new system, you know what it's like?
What up?
It's like when you have your phone, like in your office, phone.
Yeah.
They have the office phones, right? Sure. And you get when you first start there, they give you the whole training and here's how
huge manual that goes with it, right?
And then a year or two into your job at the office,
they upgrade.
One day you walk in and the phone, it used to be white, now it's black. And it looks like, something from Star Trek or something. And you're like, what do I do now? And it's like, and no one can make a phone call. And especially no one can get their voicemail. That's always the thing. It's like, all my customers are calling, but I don't know who called and I don't know what they want, right?
Right. Well, us as humans, it's not like we're like, oh, I should reasonably do this. It's usually like, oh, I'm going to push this. What does this do? Next thing you know, everything's going offline. Some virus has come in from Upper Mongolia. It's turned into
This all happened once in my office. That's true. Maybe I'm too dark. I'm adjusting all kinds of things. It's almost a year, so you go in and you adjust and you improve.
There's a lot of tinkering going on.
Meaning don't screw with it unless it's broken, which I'm screwing with.
You know what's funny when you see science saying "do not touch," this means you, and you're the guy that wrote it. So it's well.
Yeah. So right now this is a mess. So the thing is I noticed here. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah. Off kilter.
You know what this is for? Now,
Patriots,
Jason.
Patriots fans?
Jason, yes.
Yeah.
Now tell Dr. Phil, what happened when they didn't choose you for the baseball team, Jason?
Hold on, Doc. Hold on. It reminded me of when I was 5 and that blender accident. It's so overwhelming.
Well,
That's what it is.
Yeah. What happened to you when you... How does it make you feel to be totally rejected as a human being, Jason?
It's all...
And carrying that into your adult life.
We'll
we'll be back.
Little Timmy in 4th grade, she just, I don't know what's going on. She just rejected me.
We'll be back. We'll be back on the Dr. Phil show after this. Anyway.
And that just reminds me, how does anyone take...
This is for my allergies, actually, when I come down here.
But how does anyone take Dr. Phil seriously when he has that weird sort of back 40 accent, I think you need some serious medication.
He's a buffoon.
Yeah, I think you need hooked on phonics.
They're all buffoons. all those people on TV.
Yeah.
on your screen
Yeah.
are buffoons.
Every single last person on your screen is just a buffoon. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Wonder if we're coming in too hot. I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll find out. We'll find out. It's better than we were coming in a little too not hot.
You know, we could do this in real time.
We are doing this in real time.
Well, no, I'm just saying, folks, if you're on right now and you're watching us on Facebook Live or any other platforms you're there, comment right now and say, hey, you're coming in too hot, or hey, you're talking Swahili. We'll know.
Or you got
going live.
Phone.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Down there. Yeah.
Right there. Right there. If I was doing a car show, it'd be like this.
So, so I'm actually trying to clean up right now. So I figured, clean it up live, I've got, because what happened is over here, everything changed.
Right.
So now there's a pile of stuff over here. Look at this. We got
pipes. You get the pipes?
We got some pipes.
Just in case we go.
Put that over on
just in case we go 1950s full bore. Leave it to Beaver.
Those are our
never know.
Pipes. Actually, bring those back over.
Okay.
Because we need our thinking pipes. Don't we?
Never know.
Yeah.
We got the hats in case things go full
we need
noir.
the thinking pipes, so we'll just put them over there on top. There's a
Tom's not gone anywhere. Tom's
Look
just right
there. Look at these I got matches from collectible matches.
Yeah.
Look at this. Where's this one from?
What is this from? This is the Viper Room.
The Viper Room.
Yeah.
Somebody just gave that to me. That's from the Viper Room down in LA.
That's when they give you like the martini. And
you'll never be able to pronounce that.
Oh.
The Verfrom Hochbaum.
The Hereford. What's that?
Yeah.
Beef.
Yeah.
I don't have my glasses.
It's like a 300-year-old steakhouse in Copenhagen.
Sweet.
Which is real nice for the vegan to have, but that was a time before time was
put
lost.
your street cred seriously in doubt.
Habano? What's this? Are these Cubans? I don't even
Cuban
know.
wrapper?
I don't know. Yeah, well, I had some wrappers here.
Yeah.
Back in the day when we used to...
Nice Cohiba, maybe.
Oh, I've had the Cohibas.
Yeah.
And where does all this crap come from?
Just the minutia of everyday life.
It's got to be cleared out, and I haven't had time. So, NuzBox button.
Excellent.
We're still trying to figure out how to affix that to the... Oh, and a Tom Peterson button, too.
Oh, Tom. Trust Tom.
Yeah.
Nice.
Some more...
I like that. I like
more stuff.
You know, folks...
We talked about this, so we already had this, so we just got to put that back up.
Right.
That was a great episode. If you ever wanted to learn anything about Elvis and Nixon, check out our episode from 2 weeks ago Friday, right?
Correct.
It's called Elvis v. Nixon, Dawn of Justice. That's actually the
Dawn of Justice?
Elvis v. Nixon, Dawn of Justice.
That makes me want to rush out to a theater.
That's the title. It's up on the YouTube.
Let's have some fun. Since we're on in the afternoon, right?
Oh, dear Lord.
Let's have some fun. Folks, if you're on Facebook right now, the third person to comment, NuzBox, will win a brand new... That's if you're in the Portland area. If you're not in the Portland area...
we could send it to them.
We'll send it to you.
We can drop ship stuff.
Yeah, let us know. Say, hey, I want a NuzBox button, and we'll give you a NuzBox button.
What we need is we need to get those coffee with Curmudgeons.
We need T-shirts.
T-shirts and buttons. You know what? It's.
We need these T-shirts.
It's in the work.
I found a T-shirt.
Did you order it?
I'm gonna order one with a Nixon Elvis T-shirt just to do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it.
So we'll keep that. We'll have some frames.
Yeah.
Now, this was a gift.
A gift.
This was a gift. That's like a notebook to write in with the Untouchables.
Yeah.
See, people, this is really cool.
That is the Chicago way.
Yes.
That's how you bring down Capone.
Yeah.
You send one of his to the hospital, or he sends one of us to the hospital. We send one of his to the morgue. Yeah.
You bring a. How does it say?
Yeah.
He brings a knife. You bring a gun.
That's right. You bring
That's the Chicago way.
Gun.
Yeah. So that. You know what people do?
Yeah.
They and this is like a Portland thing.
Yeah.
And I've seen this, and that's one of those. They take like that's a VHS cardboard for the VHS, and people just throw the VHS out now because they got the DVDs. And so what they do is they cut the VHS out for the movies or whatever, and then they bind it to a notebook. And so you have like Star Wars or The Untouchables or something like that in a little notebook that you can write in. Very popular. They do it with album covers, like they make album, and then you like an art book, but it's like, Led Zeppelin or something.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. That's cool. So that was given to me because I like The Untouchables.
Hey, not only is he writing, but he also likes Tito Puente.
Yeah.
We
got this here.
Yeah, what do we got going on?
We never 500 jokes.
When I see in the teleprompter, Jason, say something humorous.
Yes.
I have this to consult.
We actually...
It's like, just a minute. What was the terrible row upstairs last night between young Peck and his wife?
What was the terrible row up there between young Peck and his wife?
Oh! Peck's a long-suffering chap, but he finally lost control when his wife kept flicking cigarette ashes all over the floor. What the heck is that?
I don't know, dude. I mean, I don't know what's in that book.
Why did you hit your wife with a chair?
No.
Because I couldn't lift the piano?
No.
Okay.
No.
When was this written? Because this has got to be well into...
Yeah, no. That doesn't fly anymore.
Copyright... I hope so. The first copyright on this was like 1950.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like all wife... Joe, I mean, the Honeymooners. Forgot. I mean, how do you even...
Edited by Jackie Gleason. Well, yeah. I mean, all that stuff you can't really air much anymore, or if any.
I know.
All that's, I don't know, just a tad.
And then here you got R2-D2s, and then here's a little Darth Vader's lightsaber right here.
Does it make noises?
No, it's just a cheap one.
Nah, that's all right.
And then this was a new addition.
Yeah.
Actually, that was going to be your new cup.
Sweet. Oh, this is a cup.
Or something.
Oh.
Or it's where you keep your drugs. I don't know.
Right. Well, here's what we could do. We could just like, hi, you're a guest. Would you like a mint?
Yes, exactly.
I like it. A little happy face. Meanwhile, we're curmudgeons, so we're like...
No, I know. That's what I thought. It was like, it was given to me, and I was like, that's perfect for Coffee with Curmudgeons because, it's kind of like, you ever see that, I never read the thing, but I saw the movie, and I did like the movie. When I always wanted to see it, and then I finally found the DVD and bought it, like, used years later. Mm-hmm. But it's that, it's the superhero movies with the, what's it called? It's see, even doing it in the afternoon doesn't work. Has the comic, comic is in there.
The comic is,
and he's like a Vietnam vet.
Oh, that's the Watchmen, right?
The Watchmen.
Yes.
Yeah, the Watchmen.
Love it.
And that's like his logo is the happy face with the thing. That was pretty good. We met a guy at Comic-Con when we did that Comic-Con thing.
Yeah.
I gotta repost those on the NuzBox because they were pretty good.
I liked it, yeah.
I mean, they were just kind of, I think I should. But they were up there, and then one guy was that the comedian or the whatever his
name is. It was the
is.
dating one, right? The Portland dating, and the guy cosplay dating.
Yeah, and the guy was cosplaying, and he had his outfit was perfect. He looked like the guy. He had the cigar,
and they let us in the room.
Yep.
Yeah, shenanigans ensue when that happens.
And then I brought this.
Yeah.
Then this got down here.
Oh, I'm in a mood. And I'm not sure what sort of mood. Yeah, I know what sort of mood I'm in. I'm in the mood for 1980s glam rock Portland, Tokyo. Yeah, grab what you can.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. Isn't it? Yeah.
Okay, so the first side one is...
Oh, yes. Oh, good, please.
I don't have my glasses. It's just all...
And you probably can't read it because it was all edgy and supposed to be...
That's what it's meant for, right? Kind of the...
Yeah. And of course, it was before like laser printing and all that stuff.
Was this during like the fair warning days?
Yeah,
that sort of era.
I think so.
I could see that.
So I don't know what
Tokyo
to do with that.
If only we knew anybody from the band Tokyo.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
You like that pregnant pause right there?
Yeah. So then I wanted to do this thing. So we got this new system, which you can't really see. Oh, I showed it last Friday.
Yeah,
actually briefly.
Yeah,
and it's like this whole audio, and it's all on the laptop or on the pad.
Yeah,
and so that's totally brand new. This is the second time we've gone live with it, so that's why it's a
shakedown period.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird. So I need kind of now I need more computers, less less other things, right?
Right.
It's always that. It's like, well, you eliminate all these boxes and blinky things and stuff you plug in, and all it is this one tiny little box.
Right.
But then you get the software. Where I'm going to run the software? Well, you need a bunch of computers. So then I got this. And before you do the show, and then I got it interrupted. But that was good. There's some more technical stuff going on. So then I have to upgrade this.
Yeah.
This is like the original. Welcome to tech. This is a tech show. No, it's not a tech show. This is an original net PC, like in the days right before they made little mini PCs and tablets. And I was thinking about this because my coworkers, I remember at the time I got this, and I'm like, wow, this is like, look how small it is. You just take it with you. And they're like, it'll never happen. I have to have a big computer that you strap over your back. It's like, you guys don't know anything. I mean, these guys are like supposed to be tech guys. And years later, Steve Jobs, iPhones, iPads. Now kids barely have a computer. They have that controversial Apple commercial about the little the little girl.
What's a computer?
What's a computer? And she's like on her iPad or whatever, and everyone's
kind of like when people today they say, "Hey, what's an 8-track tape?"
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So what I'm trying to do is in order to maybe run the app for this show's audio, which this would be a great little guy to run it on.
Yeah.
Right? Because I got this guy here that does the video part. I know, and I'm ready to give it up. I'm out of here. I'll just slam down the headphones and I'll walk out, and everybody will be like, "Wow, that was weird."
Well, that would be really awkward because then they would just see me like.
Yeah. They did that first Monday show, and he just like walked off about halfway through, and that was it.
Something about how he's going on strike, and I can't work like this, and then walk. I was gonna try to get this upgraded, but then I found out I needed a new operating system, and it's a Linux, all that geeky nerdy stuff. So I actually got it on here, and I don't even know. So I was just gonna sit because I'm bored anyway. I just sit here and just upgrade while we're chatting. Sure, and why not?
Because I'm stupid. Press escape for BBS setup.
Ooh.
Yes.
There we go.
That means it. So let's see. See, it didn't boot before when I did this on the Mac, but I don't know. But these guys, it came with a thing with the Linux, but it's booting. See?
Sweet.
See, I got.
It works. See?
Look at. Let's just do a tech show. Let's just Hi, welcome to Crappy Tech Stream Show. I'm Doc Normal.
Well,
and here's my NetBoot Linux, which I'm putting Linux on. It's literally called Linux. What am I supposed to do here?
You need to jazz it up, though.
Live boot the live system.
Okay, we need to jazz this up. So let cue me from the beginning, but have the camera on you because I got to intro you.
No, it's not. Default. Yeah. Now it's not moving.
Uh-oh.
That's swell. Oh, wait. Automatic boot in 1 second. Press tab. Oh, press tab. What? All right. Well, it's not. Nothing's. I don't know. I should adjust my camera.
Live from Portland.
It doesn't matter. All right. So what happened this weekend? So we had the football thing.
We did. Super Bowl.
We had the Super Bowl, and it was a good game.
Yeah.
Okay. It was actually, I watched it, and it was pretty entertaining.
It was very entertaining.
It was close.
And it was total lack of defense on both sides. So, I mean, there was lots of scoring back and forth. And you had a team that had never won a Super Bowl before, the Philadelphia Eagles. And, if anyone knows anything about Philadelphia fans, very, very passionate about their teams.
Yeah.
Very passionate.
And passionate about destroying their city.
And so
Philadelphia, Detroit.
Well, yeah, Philly. Yeah, that's the always thing about American sports towns. the two cities, that are, if anyone wins anything, there's going to be mass rioting.
But not like in Portland or other places.
Yeah.
It's Philadelphia. So
Philly and Detroit.
So this is
Chicago.
So I was listening to this thing in like
Oakland.
Their main defensive. So we were ready for it. Like we're like, oh, see, now they're down. Now they're going to do it. And wasn't it like a record? Like Tom Brady threw the most yard. I mean, he had
400 and something yards.
Yeah,
yeah,
it was big.
And that got buried by the whole drama of the game. The fact that he was breaking kind of Super Bowl yardage records left and right.
Yeah.
I mean, both of them had very stellar games, stuff that you usually don't see.
And this guy, is it Foley?
Nick Foles.
Foles. For the Eagles.
Yeah.
He was their reserve. He's not even their main quarterback, right?
He was. Those of us who are Oregon Duck fans are well known about Nick Foles because Nick Foles...
he was a Duck?
University of Arizona.
Oh.
So, when he was playing for Arizona, of course, he was one of the hated enemy, Nick Foles. And he was a backup. In fact, he was literally maybe 2 degrees away from quitting the game altogether. Yeah. He he had told his wife, I'm done.
He was going to slam down his helmet and I'm done.
I'm done, right?
I'm out of this.
He went on a camping trip, right? And he's sitting there, and then over the camping trip, he said, okay, if I'm going to play again, there's only one guy I want to play for, and that's Andy Reid, who's, of course, the coach of Kansas City. So Nick Foles takes the backup role in KC. And so he stayed in the game, and then Philly calls him up and says, hey, we need a backup. Come on over. He comes on over, and next thing you know, he's in the Super Bowl. And he played a very charmed playoff series. I mean,
it was
reminiscent of like Doug Williams back in '87, where it's just like you can do no wrong, everything is shining on you right now, and it's a charmed playoffs.
Yeah. Sorry,
that's all right.
I just realized I chose the wrong option.
Oops.
See, because I'm here on this little stupid thing.
Yeah.
Doing the thing. See?
Yeah, me and technology do not. We're not even in the same.
No, I got to do non-PAE for Celeron M and Pentium M. Okay, and as you were saying.
Yeah. Yes.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Oh. Because, at this point, I just got to do 10 things at once and be distracted and do nothing.
Oh, gotcha.
Do everything poorly. Yeah. Because you're doing 10 things at once.
Well, you see, you are a multitasker. I'm not even a monotasker.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, all that is way above and beyond my pay grade.
Yeah.
So I just...
Well, it's like...
Okay. Yeah.
It's like, you play the flute, so you just have to blow in it and use your fingers. That's all you got to do. You don't have to use your feet and your arms and your...
Right.
Anyway. So he had this, and then there was this play where he got the touchdown.
He did.
It was an amazing play. It was really I don't watch a lot of football, but it was like, wow, that's pretty good right there.
Oh,
and that was like a big I think that might have really kind of got them really kind of. Because it was just he goes off and they do that, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. It's like, here I am, baby. Bam!
They really dove deep into the playbook on that one.
Yeah.
He, of course, he did the old razzle-dazzle where he acts like he's giving signals and then kind of walks up to the line and stuff. And then they kind of wildcat it back to the...
It just was weird because, I mean, they had the Gronkowski guy, and they got all these receivers that are really good. And
Gronk.
Yeah.
Gronkowski.
Yeah, Gronkowski, Gronk, whatever. And so I just and then Brady gets sacked.
Yep.
And that was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
So it really was like their defense was really, I mean, they were playing a decent offensive game. It
was a great offensive game. Both defenses couldn't really hold them, which makes, I mean, don't get me wrong, it makes for an exciting game because it's going back and forth.
Scoring, yeah.
Nobody can really take advantage of any momentum, right? Because once you get the momentum and you score, oh my gosh, that's it for Philadelphia. Then Philadelphia comes down and scores. Well, that's it for New England. And New England comes back down. They score. Oh, that's it.
Then I heard before the show here today that they weren't even playing. The Patriots didn't even play their main defensive guy.
No, he got benched before the game. Darth Belichick is notoriously very tight-lipped about team news and stuff. Although there was some leaks that came out that it was some conduct unprofessional to the football team. And like or dislike Belichick, he is a man of principle. If you screw up on the team, he doesn't care how good you are, he will bench you. Heck, even one time a couple years ago, and very notoriously for a game, he benched Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's got to take some huevos rancheros.
I wonder what that was all about. I mean, that's got to be something. Yeah, you think something serious, not just like showing up late or something.
No, especially before the Super Bowl. So something must have, something's got to have happened to make him say, "Sit down." You know, you're not.
All right. All right. So that was that, and then we had Prince play the halftime show.
I saw that. Little holograms.
No, it wasn't a hologram.
Was it?
It was the deal.
Projected or something?
Yeah, the deal was, and I don't think we covered the big controversy.
Okay.
They said they were going to do a Prince hologram thing, which is all the rage.
Yeah.
And I've actually seen the company, and it's horrible. Don't get me started on the hologram thing. Like they've been touring in Europe with Ronnie James Dio as a hologram.
I saw that. There was some huge heat over that.
And you just look at the video on YouTube, and you're like, because it's a hologram still. Like if you see a band play or whatever, or an impersonator, or say, hey, this is a band playing the music of Ronnie James Dio, and we got a guy who's singing the music like maybe he sings like Dio, and
so it's like a tribute band.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, they're gonna run around, they're gonna do the stuff, right? They're real flesh and blood people. Yeah. But they got these stupid holograms, right? Yeah. And you see this thing, and here's the band, and it's actually the live band, and I think in this case it's actually dudes who've played in there. Mm-hmm. And they're doing their playing, so they're real people. And then up on a stage, they've got this box kind of thing, and there's a hologram. And it's not like the hologram can run back and forth on the stage just like the real person would have done, and Dio come up on stage, hey, how you doing? Yeah. No, it's like this little jail box where the little hologram's there moving around. It's just so fake looking. I hate the idea. It's like Disney. If you're gonna go see that sort of stuff, go to Disneyland, see the animatronics or something. But I don't like it. And two of my actually artists I like Dio, and they want to do it with Frank Zappa. And what happens is, I'll tell you what the background story is, because I found all about this with the Frank Zappa thing. Yeah. So the two Zappa brothers, they had a falling out.
Dweezil, Ahmed.
Yeah, and Dweezil's the older. I think
I think his first wife is with Dweezil and Moon Unit. Yeah,
and so what happened is, he learned to play guitar like from Eddie Van Halen or whatever, and so he actually plays his dad's Frank Zappa music, and he's been doing it for years. And I have missed catching his show. I mean, I did see Frank once live, which was a great show. Back in the day, but I would like to see Dweezil, and he plays with other musicians from the bands, and they play the music of Frank Zappa. Well, they're having this big lawsuit about the name Zappa and all this stuff, and then it turns out the other one, the younger one, joined the board of this company that makes these weird hologram things, and wants to do a hologram tour of Frank Zappa. And Dweezil's like, no, don't do that. That's weird and stuff. So they have this big fight. It's kind of sad. I mean, it's sad, right? Yeah. Because they're fighting for.
Where are they at right now on it? It's still just kind of mired down.
You have to ask, because it was back in like the fall in October, right? That this thing was going back and forth, and they've kind of been like doing the thing on Twitter, the back and forth, this and that and the other thing. Mm-hmm. So then I saw this thing about the hologram, and then it turns out they were doing the Dio one, and his wife, his widow, she's like involved with this company. So you have to get sign off from the people. But sure, I don't know, folks. A lot of the fans are like creeped out. A lot of the Zappa fans are like, I don't think we want to do this. And the big thing is, then they said, okay, Justin Timberlake. This is so funny. Justin Timberlake is going to do the Super Bowl first, you know, and he hasn't done it since he did it with Janet Jackson.
Yeah, didn't they ban him though?
Yeah. And see, she's banned. He's okay. I mean, come on, bring Janet back.
So
I like Janet.
Was there a not a non-nipple disclosure where he had to sign it? I will not.
There was no one.
Yeah.
Well, he did come up to one of the female dancers and like kind of grab her and hug her. It was like, oh,
right,
careful.
Standards and practices are probably like,
So it's Justin Timberlake, and then they said, oh, you know what? And it was in Minneapolis. That's why they wanted to do something about Prince.
Sure.
Right? And so they say, oh, we're going to do like a hologram of Prince. And everyone on Twitter and the fans just went, oh, no, you're not. Are you kidding me? Including me. I didn't weigh in on it because, you know, the weighing in on things on social media now is pretty old. But I was like, oh, no, not the hologram thing again.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing is the fans actually went out and found an interview with Prince. It was actually, I think it was Guitar Player magazine, if I remember, because I had seen this yesterday when we were watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
1998. And, you know, the hologram thing was coming up. And he specifically, in the interview, they asked him, and he said, I don't want anyone to do hologram of me. He called it like it's like a demon. It's like bringing a demon back.
Oh,
yeah. Prince himself specifically weighed in on this technology and what he thought of it, and he was against it.
Yeah.
So then Sheila E. Remember Sheila E., right?
Yeah.
She jumps in, and you remember the funeral, right? Was it last year, right? Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah.
Right around the time, because we just had the anniversary of Bowie's death, so we're like right around the same time.
Yeah.
Of Prince, because it was like one after the other, right?
Very close. I think it was
Bowie,
like barely a month.
Bowie was like, oh, huge news. Oh, my gosh, he died. And then it was like, oh, by the way, Prince died too. And you were like, wait a minute, what?
Right.
It was like two really big guys in the music.
Yeah.
You know? And so they had the funeral, and remember, and Sheila E. and everyone. Mm-hmm. So anyway, so she gets on the Twitter and starts telling Justin Timberlake, and so they said, we're not going to do it. So what they did, the Super Bowl,
they put up like a giant bed sheet.
It was like a giant bed sheet thing.
A projection.
A projection.
Yeah.
And so that looked swell. And it was like scenes from. It looked like it was scenes from Purple Rain.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was looking for an Apollonia or Vanity.
Yeah. No, it was like scenes of him performing on stage. And so this is the fallout now.
Yeah.
And the song was "I Will Die for You."
I will die for you. Yeah.
Not exactly the best song choice.
No.
After the man has passed away, about coming up on the anniversary, or like I said, or if we had, you know,
Purple Rain, I could see
anything.
I will. Little Red Corvette, why not?
Yeah, no, I was kind of like watching it, going, you know, and I you know, everyone's like, oh, the halftime shows, blah. What do you think of that? And I kind of tune them out. I remember the Gaga one was pretty good. I liked it because I like her, and but anyway, but. I kind of tune that all out. It's like it's all a spectacle, and there's shiny things and stuff, and it's like
there's been some good ones. I mean, I know I thought Bruno Mars did a pretty decent.
Oh yeah, that was a pretty good one. I remember that one.
But someone messaged me, who shall remain nameless, but someone messaged me, and they asked me, and they said, "Hey, if you had your choice, who would you put on the Super Bowl?" And I shot back, just took me a millisecond. I said Foo Fighters. I said, they would be huge. Yeah. Put them on. I mean, Grohl on the stage. Right? They don't need no holograms. They're doing it.
Yeah, no, yeah. They, in fact, they're on tour, I guess.
Yeah.
Right now. Yeah, somebody was the tickets or whatever.
I'm sure
Dave Steve, I was watching the football game with it. I think they got tickets to Foo Fighters.
Wow.
There
you go.
Coming up.
Yeah.
But, Springsteen did it once, remember?
Springsteen did it all right.
Yeah.
Prince did it.
Prince did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prince did it, and that was interesting. I mean, I don't know. It's not my shtick.
Yeah.
I'm an old. See, my arena days are way gone. Okay. I saw some big legendary bands in the arena setting.
Right.
And now I'm done. You come to an age where it's like, and nowadays we were talking about this too during the Super Bowl. These tickets are so outrageously expensive. What it was is trying to get tickets for Elton John, who I think this is Sir Elton's.
Next September, they've already gone pre-sale.
They're already sold out.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is like his last tour. I think he's retiring after this. Yeah. So he says
his 3-year farewell tour.
Yeah. Elton John, and there was somebody else, and I can't remember who it was.
Oh, it's with Elton that night?
Or no, it was some other big act like that.
Oh,
but the thing is, it's like, well, how much are those tickets? Well, a couple $100 or whatever. And what seat are you in? You're up.
Yeah.
What's the point? To me, it's not enjoyable. I don't.
Yeah.
David Lee Roth once said.
Yes.
I believe he had a quote once back in the days of Van Halen.
He's got a lot of great quotes. Yeah.
As they asked him about music and kind of being, the creativity and the art and all that music. And I think David Lee Roth, and if I'm wrong, but I think he had a quote once, very famous quote. It's like, "You're coming to see our show in a place that sells jujubes and plays sporting events."
Yeah.
How much art do you expect to see there? And it's like, yeah, exactly.
Right. Well, I think at the most fundamental level, I think it breaks down to just to say you were there. I was there.
Yeah, so what?
Exactly. Right. I agree. I mean, if I had this band, like, oh my gosh, I want to see them. I can't wait. It's going to be great. But if I saw the ticket stub and it said section 1042 up, you're up in the ionosphere.
But the thing is if that ticket's like $50 or something, maybe in today's market, okay. Yeah,
and nosebleeds for Elton John, that's got to be at least
couple $100.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, and then what the great thing is all those shows, I already know, right?
Yeah.
The video, they got big jumbotrons, they've got big video screens, you can see them up close, but you're going to an arena with all the rest of the unwashed masses around you, which, by the way, I don't like people either, so there is that.
I never get, no, come on.
Anyway,
okay,
crammed in there, up in the nosebleeds, so you can watch a big giant video monitor. I'll watch it on TV.
That I had a surreal moment where that suddenly occurred to me. I went and saw Kiss, their reunion show, 1996.
When was that? 96.
96. Moda Center with the original 4 members.
Now, how much did that cost?
That cost $60.
All right. I mean, it's fair enough.
And so I'm sitting there, and I'm kind of on the side. Not great seats, but not horrible seats.
Yeah.
But I can see far better with the Jumbotron than I can looking down at the little ant figures.
Yeah, of course.
On the stage.
Of course.
And so I look up, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. They're playing like Detroit Rock City and stuff. It's the 4 original members.
You love your Kiss.
I do love my Kiss. And 4 original
I know.
members. And but it suddenly occurred to me, as good as the time I was listening, I was like, wow, I actually get to see the 4 original members. It suddenly occurred to me, dude, you're watching TV.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here watching TV. It's like,
you can watch it on HBO or something.
Right.
With
better sound. I mean,
exactly.
You can Dolby, and
I know. Yeah. I mean, now this was the original? Was this everybody like Peter, Chris, Ace?
It was the original 4 members.
Oh,
Peter,
wow.
Chris, and Ace Frehley. And this was before their Psycho Circus, where it's watered down.
This was before Psycho Circus.
Yes, this was 96 when they first got back together.
Circus.
Yes. And they just played they didn't play any more recent stuff. They played anything
all the
from
old
73 to 79.
I take great joy.
Yeah.
I once, YouTube is a great, like, going down the rat hole kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I went down the rat hole of Kiss one night on YouTube a couple years ago of Paul Stanley versus Ace Frehley, and they call each other alcoholics.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so beautiful. It's like these interviews, and it's like Ace Frehley's like, yeah, that son of a Paul Stanley, and Paul Stanley's like, yeah, that guy was always, and Peter Criss. Oh, and then it's like the drummer too, and he would never show up. And oh my gosh, it was just such a. I love that. It's
Mud,
a beautiful thing.
and
Yeah, just the acrimony.
I was trying to decide who was the worst. Like you talk acrimony, right? Who has the worst? Was it Eddie Van Halen against David Lee Roth back in the day, where you couldn't get them in the room, and then later was it Eddie Van Halen versus Sammy Hagar, which now you can't get them into the same room, or was it Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley against the other members of Kiss? Or is it Axl Rose against what's his kisser? Slash. I mean,
really?
They hate each other.
I did not know that.
That prevented their reunion for years.
Really?
They couldn't stand.
Oh my gosh! See, I didn't know the Axl Rose Slash thing.
And another time,
that's
someone
awesome.
asked me, "Why is this? Why do all these?" And I said, "Do you notice that all the acrimonious relationships? What do they have all in common? They include the lead singer."
Oh yeah.
And I told him, I said, it's LDS, lead singer disease.
Oh.
Lead LSD, lead singer,
LDS.
LDS. So
yeah, those. Yeah.
LSD.
Those Donnie and Marie, they haven't spoken in years.
No, you don't.
The Osmonds,
even Fleetwood Mac, for gosh sakes, no. But
the
LDS. Next thing you know, guys in white shirts and black ties are showing up on my door.
Oh my gosh!
But no, LSD, lead singer disease, and I don't know.
Oh, it's a band thing.
It
is a given band thing that when you're in a band, it's all going to fall apart at some point, and people aren't going to speak to each other. I mean, it's a thing of beauty, actually. It's also, see, and this is the problem, because I think there's another thing, too, and this is another one of my rules. No stadium gigs. And also, if you're in a rock band, there used to be an anthem that came out of a particular rock band, this little rock band out of England called The Who. And they had a line in a song that said, "I hope I die before I get old." And to me,
it's better to burn out than fade away.
That's right.
Yeah.
And to me, that is the anthem.
Yeah.
And then The Who went on to, I saw The Who on their last tour, which was actually their second to the third to the fifth last tour that The Who toured on.
Yeah, them and the Stones.
Yeah, and the Stones, right? And it's like, I like the Stones. Yeah. I like Mick Jagger. I like I like these guys.
Sympathy for the Devil, Gimme Shelter.
But I don't want to see, I don't want to see people who should be in an assisted living home on stage playing my rock and roll. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I agree. There's
Go
some
on.
of the sheen is off the rose by that point.
It's like Spinal Tap. Yes, I know, a fake band. Go do the Isle of Lucy jazz blues experimental. Don't.
Right.
Like at some point the spandex doesn't fit so well. And here's the thing. Speaking of the Super Bowl, there were crappy, terrible ads. Everyone agrees that the ads were awful this year. Like they were horrible.
Yeah.
Steven Tyler was in one of the ads.
Yeah.
Lead singer of those guys.
I blurted out.
I can't think today.
I am not the most.
But Steven Tyler.
Yeah.
He comes out. He looks like Steven Tyler. And what is he, like 81? I don't know.
I thought he was, for a minute, I thought he was Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, gosh. Anyway, Steven Tyler comes out and and he gets in a car and he drives it real fast.
And he's young again.
And then he gets out of the car and the fans are there and they digitally recreate him young again. This was the ad. It was like a Kia. Was it a Kia? I want to say it was.
Yeah, it was
Hyundai, or one of those.
But they didn't. I mean, even with as great technology as they could, I mean, it still looked horrible. Yeah. It looked like some plastic surgery that went awry. Oh
yeah, he'll be. They're he'll be in the next Star Wars movie, Rogue 2, with a young Steven Tyler. We're not sure why Steven Tyler is in a Star Wars, but yeah. because we can make holograms, we can make digital stuff. Why not? You know,
why not?
But it's like I don't want to see.
Yeah,
I just want them to retire to their mansions and you know I just want
it's the
just
ego
want them...
though. They can't, I still got enough, and on one level I say it's admirable. You still want to get out there and you want to do it, but a lot of it's money though.
So here's some guys, kind of they were in a band that kind of had some name recognition. Led Zeppelin,
I would think,
right.
Yeah.
So those guys like Robert Plant, he's got like a blues, like he played the blues festival last year, didn't he?
Yeah.
Got like some bluesy band or something.
Yeah, he got
something
up there,
like that,
and
right?
I got to look it up.
Like Robert Plant's blues band.
Yeah, but Bonamassa showed up, and I guess on one of the songs he gets up there with Robert Plant and does a song, and I have not listened to it yet, but multiple people said, "Dude, you got to listen to this. It's just, it's brilliant."
But that's fine. That's fine.
Great.
You know, you got like a blues man, like blues music. Okay. Again, see, this is the problem. I think when rock and roll came out, the 50s, the 60s, even the 70s, it was the young people's music.
Yeah.
Now it's the old people's music. It's us old people who listen to that music. The kids don't even listen to that. Well, they do kind of because they don't have anything to listen to. So it's like, hey, Dad, can I listen to the Led Zeppelin album there?
Right.
It's better than this crap I'm listening to over here. But still, it's like, it's kind of, I don't know. I just don't want to see every rock band, just play like that Rolling Stones thing where it's just like every time I see them on tour, it's like, can we just let it go?
Yeah.
Let Keith Richards do the Keith Richards Blues Band,
right,
or whatever.
Yeah, but Keith at this point, great guitar player, love Keith Richards, but he looks like someone has reanimated his corpse at least 7 times.
Yeah,
I mean he's got so many wrinkles. There are redwoods in California that look better than him.
I have Elton John. Yeah. I have absolutely would have zero desire to see Elton John at the Moda Center or whatever. Yeah. Why? Yeah. To watch him, old Elton John, on the big screen. He can play. Yeah. He can sing. We know that, right? Yeah. And I like his songs. Several of his songs I like, right, but I have no interest in that. I'll go watch a video from the 80s. I
want to remember.
I'll go put on Yellow Brick Road. Go get the vinyl. Just put that on or whatever.
Yeah, and if you really truly love and appreciate the music, doesn't it at some point, if they're like in their 60s or 70s and you see them, doesn't that taint though? Because I have beautiful memories of these guys in their prime. Belting out those notes and it's just almost a religious moment, right? And then slaughtering, because Sir Elton's had throat surgery I think 3 times, and he even says himself he just can't. He's had to kind of restructure some of the songs in different keys because he just can't hit tone. What they call tone down.
Sure.
Because he can't. And Kiss same way. They've had to restructure the songs because Stanley can no longer hit those notes, so they've had to slide it down. It's a different
kind of different music has different effects on people.
Yeah.
And it is weird because in other music like maybe classical or jazz or blues, sometimes in the cases of other genres of music, it's like, oh, this person is actually better now or actually seasoned now, like especially the blues. See, the blues, I'm totally opposite. When I see the rock and roll, I want to see young kids, in the prime of their thing. Mm-hmm. The blues, I want to see the oldest person that you think is just about going to die right on the stage playing the blues.
Right. No,
you know what I mean?
I agree.
Because it's like, that's authentic. Yeah, that's authentic right there.
Right, because with the blues, blues is nothing but pure emotion.
Yeah.
And when you're down and you're in your most level, life is just the blues.
I don't know. I mean, it's not. It's also happy too, but to emote you know, it's like,
Right.
it's okay. So like if a Robert Plant, who's old now, I don't know how old, this is going to be what, his 70s?
It's got to be what, very, very late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah, I'm saying he's 70s, something there. Robert Plant, blues, great.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Great, do it, you know? And where it got really weird was, I remember when The Who came out, they were already middle-aged, right?
Yeah.
We're talking like the 80s or whatever. And they play My Generation live. Roger, you know, talking about my generation. Yeah. Oh, my back. Oh, talking about my generation.
Talking about my pride.
And we were kids. And even we were like, you know, we were listening to all those old Who albums and stuff. We love The Who. We love The Kids Are All Right. Great rock and roll documentary. You know, Tommy? Keith Moon, Tommy, all that stuff. Quadrophenia. Yeah. But we're loving the Who music. But we're kids, kind of like in the high school age, and even we're laughing at these guys going, really? Really? My generation? How old are you? 50s, 60s? I mean, it's just like, I don't know.
About my lumbago.
I mean, you're like, do you need the money? I mean, some of these guys, maybe they do. They've got like 6 wives and families to, you know, take care of, you know.
Right.
Some of the guys, you always wonder if it's like, oh, yeah. But like, well, you know, Mick Jagger doesn't need the money. No. Hell, Jerry Hall.
Paul McCartney does.
Jerry Hall married Fox News dude, Rupert Murdoch.
Right.
Now, there's a couple.
That's a power couple, right?
Jerry Hall and Rupert Murdoch. Yeah. Go look up some pictures. Do it on a empty stomach, though.
What's worse, the Prince hologram or a picture of Murdoch and
Jerry Hall?
Yeah.
And there's nothing against Jerry Hall. Okay, she's fine.
Yeah.
Rupert Murdoch.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah.
He's Darth Vader when the helmet comes off. Believe me.
Right. Well, that's what I thought when I saw
it. Old man.
I saw it. He took off something. I said, "Hey, where did they get Rupert Murdoch from?" That's cool.
No.
Empire Strikes Back totally makes sense now.
It's just weird. It was just like, really, Jerry Hall.
Oh, I'm sure it was pure love, though, right?
Oh, I get it. It must be. It must be. So anyway, so then they do this tribute to Prince.
Yeah.
During the Super Bowl. I will die for you on somebody's dirty sheet. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, we should have put it through the laundry one more time before that.
That makes sense, though, because they did all those Tide commercials.
Exactly.
See? Oh.
What was up with that? What was up with all the weird Tide commercials?
They're trying to say they're taking over the whole thing and making every commercial Tide.
Yeah,
on paper, I'm sure it sounded good. All I thought was, hey, that's the guy from Stranger Things.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened when we were watching this. And again, one of the things I'm down on, like all y'all out there, my Stranger Things, so I don't know. And that's what everyone's like, guy from Stranger Things.
Yeah. You've never seen Stranger Things?
No. Oh. I told you. I gotta get on that. But anyway.
It's in the queue.
If Netflix just stop releasing new stuff for a minute so that I can then just watch that. So Prince on a dirty sheet. And the best part about it, and I would say probably the best part of the whole halftime show with Justin Timberlake, though, was the end of that Prince thing, even though poor choice of song.
Yeah.
Poor idea to project him, period.
Right.
Well, just make Purple and
just shove Morris Day on there
and sing it. There you go, Morris Day.
Yeah.
And then Purple. But at the very end, they had like outside the stadium, and all the lights went purple.
Oh yeah,
that was kind of
that was cool.
That was all right. I like that.
Or even at the very end, where Timberlake was very generous, went up into the stands and was taking selfies with people. I thought that was all right.
But here's the other thing about the Prince Timberlake thing.
Yeah.
They had a feud. They didn't like each other. He did stuff Timberlake and like the awards once. He did a thing with the mic stand.
Prince?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So there's some bad blood going on.
Yes. So here's Timberlake out there doing a tribute, and fans are going, remember that time you and Prince, it was very controversial. So I think they should have just left left it alone.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see he probably would have to sing a little thing.
Yeah.
But maybe not. I will die for you.
Why not do Purple Rain? Do Purple Rain.
Yeah.
You know, you're on the keyboard anywhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, do Purple Rain, or do something. You know, When Doves Cry.
Did you? So do you like the halftime show? Yeah. Okay. Fine. No, that's fine. That's all. That's all.
Yes and no. Yes, and the fact I at the heart, I think Timberlake's a decent performer.
Yeah.
So you're never gonna get a really bad
dances around.
I get it.
Yeah.
There were some parts of it that I thought were creative. There were some parts I thought were complete shite.
Yeah.
And there was other. I don't know. I like Timberlake though, kinda. Not so much his music, but he seems not a bad little actor too. And he's one of those. And I have mucho respecto for those pure performers. You know, like the Bruno Mars's type. Those guys. Those are kind of a nod back to the days where you had to sing and dance and put on a show.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, like you. I mean, the arena rock days. I mean, I guess I got spoiled on people like David Lee Roth, because even if he didn't have great vocal range, but the man he was a front man.
You know what?
You know.
I see. I'm so old and senile that I forget who I've seen live.
Yeah.
And I forgot that, yes, I did actually see David Lee Roth.
Huh?
Eat 'em and Smile.
Yeah.
With not
Steve Vai.
Steve Vai.
Yeah.
And
Greg
he comes
Bissonette,
out. He comes out at one point.
Bass player. Billy Sheehan.
Billy Sheehan, yeah. And Greg Bissonette
Yeah.
of the previous drummer of the David Letterman show, Greg Bissonette.
Really?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Now, is this after Anton Fig or before? I mean,
maybe before. I can't remember. Yeah, he was like a jazz, but anyway,
Okay,
but he was that was the band. It was a great rock band. It was like Greg Bissonette, Billy Sheehan, Steve Vai. I mean, it was pretty much like David Lee Roth. What's the best band that I could hire?
Right.
And Steve Vai was. I mean, Steve Vai played with Frank Zappa.
Hey, any guy that's in the movie Crossroads.
He years ago when he was coming out and kind of working with the Zappa thing years before the David Lee Roth and all that.
Mm-hmm.
He self-produced his first album, and it's amazing, and it's amazingly bizarre, and it has all the. I mean, the thing, because I work with guitar players, and they all love Steve Vai because he was like this acrobatic. He'd do the weird. He'd out Eddie Van Halen. It would just be like, oh, I can do this and turn this thing over here and flip this string here and make this. He'd make these weird. Noises and stuff like that. So, but he was real good. But his first album is really fun. I haven't heard it in years. Go out. That's homework. Go check out Steve Vai's first album. I can't remember what it was called. But.
Okay. Yeah, I love Steve Vai. I'm more of a Satchmo guy.
Yeah.
Satriani.
Yeah. But I mean,
and Bonamassa, I think he's an undervalued genius. I like him.
So the thing is with that show. What I remember is David Lee Roth. They have this giant surfboard on strings, and David Lee Roth is out there over the crowd with the giant surfboard.
Yeah.
See, that's an arena show.
That is.
That's an arena show.
It is.
It's not an intimate, But nowadays, I mean, David, and he podcasts and does. David Lee Roth does David Lee Roth things, right?
Sure.
And now you would see, I would go see David Lee Roth in a small club playing the blues. Little Ice Cream Man, huh? With that, because he's kind of a blues.
I always thought his vocal talents was more of a croonish, bluesish guy than the big, Yeah. And you're right, the songs like Ice Cream Man.
I'd see him in a small club environment doing some of the oldie kind of stuff.
I would.
He could do Just a Gigolo with a piano.
Rock. My Life.
Yeah.
That's what all the people.
So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that surfboard, Steve Vai stuff, and I went with a guitar player friend of mine, and we were we're gonna go see this because we get to go see Steve Vai and the rest of the band.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was okay.
Yeah.
And it was Dave Lee Roth. The guy goes, here's my arena show. Let's have fun, folks.
Yep. Yeah, it wasn't about real art. It wasn't about even great vocal talents.
No, he never. No.
But it was just about a party.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I like to go to live music, but I like to go to a club. The smaller the better. Although this one club now, this jazz club, is pretty small. It's like you're actually got to get a seat, got to jam in there, but you can sit there. There's the musicians. Great musicians playing great music. I mean, this is why I'm kind of a jazz guy, obviously. Yeah. I dig that sort of thing. I did that. There's nothing, I can't think of any act that I would go see at a big sporting facility. Ooh. I can't think of anyone. I mean, I saw David Bowie and I saw Duran Duran. You know why?
Yeah.
Because Duran Duran opened for David Bowie.
Gotcha.
And I saw Peter Frampton. You know why? Because Peter Frampton was playing for David Bowie. That was the Glass Spider tour. Okay. And where did we see it? In the worst place in the world you can see a show. At the stadium.
Oh, the old, yeah.
Well, it's the
Providence
Park now. That's what it's
Stadium.
Called now. Yeah. It was called the Civic Stadium, but it's Providence Park now, where the Timbers play.
Yeah.
We saw him there.
Oh, horrible sound. Yeah.
I know, and it was like, ugh.
But it's outside.
But it's like, oh yeah, I did see David Bowie once live.
Right.
Yeah,
I think most of those, the charm of those shows, if there is charm, the charm of those shows are just the outside raw kinetic energy.
So So later, like I came this close. It was I was no. It like someone's like, oh, dude, you could get some tickets to Michael Jackson, and I was kind of like, again, arena rock,
Yeah.
I hear the stuff. There's some good stuff. I dig some of his stuff. Quincy Jones, whatever.
Oh sure.
But the dancing around and the hee and stuff. I didn't care. But then it was like backstage passes.
Oh.
And I went, hold on a second.
Yeah. That's a whole new vibe. Yeah.
But then it fell through.
I gotcha.
Because it was somebody I was related to who actually ran the facility. That was like, and it was like, well, we could fly down and get backstage passes. This was like in LA. And I was like, okay, hold on a second. I'll go to any arena show if you give me a backstage pass.
Oh, yeah.
Then I'm good.
Yeah.
Jason, I'm good.
Access pass?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sir Elton, if I get a backstage pass, are you kidding me? I'll go.
Yeah.
I'm still standing better than ever.
Right. Listen, if you want me to sing back up on Tiny Dancer, I'll do it just to get me, it'll be done really crappily, but I'll do it.
That's the only way to get me into the arena show.
Right.
I want the backstage pass. I want to be right down there with the people.
Right.
Rubbing elbows, just do it. Of course, right?
Just the experience of it, yeah. Yeah.
Eating those little corn on the cob things and those little tomatoes. It's like, that's Sir Elton's thing. Oh, sorry.
I'm going to go steal.
I was just hungry.
This is great.
Oh, look, it's a San Pellegrino.
Right.
Those are for Sir Elton, not for you. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I was thirsty.
Who is that guy, the brown Mustang cap that just took Sir Elton's roast beef, I turn around,
that would be you. That would be perfect.
I'm the only guy I could get kicked out of a Elton John concert for stealing all his roast beef,
Yeah, stealing the courtesy table,
Right. Oh. And him and his, the proper British accent. Who took the last powdered donut? Turns around to me and I got stuff all over my face. Like, I don't know. It was the roadie.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, look, it's 2 dozen roses. Those are beautiful. It's Valentine's Day. I'm sure I could find someone to give these to.
Right.
Hey, give these to the wife, Jason.
Right.
Nice.
Happy Valentine's Day, honey.
Oh, the havoc you and I could wreak backstage at a show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we'd have so much fun.
I have that unique, really weird quality that in the present, what people would call in the presence of greatness, right? There is no fear. I don't care. And that is great. Like when we did the first day when we did the Comic-Con,
Oh yeah.
There's a green room, and am I heating the green room? No, I'm just walking right on, and I don't care. And there's the cast from Real World Portland.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and there's one.
Wait, what? Really? Real World Portland?
Yeah. And all I know is I don't care about the cast from Real World Portland.
No.
All I heard was somebody has voodoo donuts in there. And that's what I'm going in for. I can care less about the MTV.
Nice.
I don't care. Give me that bear claw, you know? And so one of the guys on there is actually, folks, if you're an inside and you're one of those guys, you're inside and you're wearing sunglasses.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so the guy's standing there, and I go up to the donut thing. He's standing right next to the donut thing. He goes, "Hey, oh, you want an autograph?" And I said, "No, I want the cruller. Get out of the way, you know." Oh, dude, come on. You want an autograph? Dude, who are you?
Yeah.
You know, I'm just some dude in the green room. I don't care.
Well, it's like the thing where, you sneak backstage and then you pretend you're like,
oh, yeah.
It's
yeah.
Like, oh, who's that? Oh, you don't know? You don't know who that is?
It's like, he's got to be somebody.
He's got to be somebody
back here, right?
Yeah, because you own it.
Oh,
you don't
Yeah.
Yeah. There's always those guys. Wasn't there a guy who would do that? Like, I think he did that at a Yankees game once where he came out with the team and he was all suited up. You remember that?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, that's happened numerous times before.
But this guy did this professionally. Like, he would go around and like get like on the team, get suited up, walk out with them. It's like, yeah,
that would be
awesome. Me, right? And he did all sorts of other things like that as well.
Yeah.
You know? It gets a little dicey when you're doing it like around like the president of the United States or something, because you'll find you don't want to mess with the Secret Service.
No. You'll find yourself in Guantanamo.
But they did have that couple that snuck into the gala ball at the Obama thing. Remember that?
Yeah, they got their pictures taken. They snuck in there.
They weren't on the list.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
That was awesome.
Obama. Yeah, well.
That was not awesome, but
the Secret Service don't look at that as awesome. It's like
that took some huge huge chutzpah to do that. One of my favorite stories though is it's an old Larry Holmes fight. And they're coming out, to the ring, and that's cool, and when especially heavyweight championship fight, here come the ring guys behind Larry Holmes. Holmes is
I love that.
He's ready to go.
Entourage.
Behind them, he's actually stolen one of their little smock things that they wear, and he's following him out. And here's some dude from somewhere in Pennsylvania. And if you watch, it's like on the Wide World of Sports, and if you watch it, he's about halfway, and they're walking out, and here's some dude that just stole a thing, and he's following him up. And he's looking like he's going to get in that ring. Yes. And next thing you know, there's just this rush thing from the side, and he's tackled out of the way, and that's it. That's all you see, and they pan away from it. Yeah. And it's like, now I
love that.
I want to party with that guy.
I love that whole boxing entourage.
Oh yeah,
thing, with the robes, and then you got the guys
Rocky Balboa, Apollo Creed. They're marching to the thing. Everyone's in the zone. They got the eye of the tiger.
Now wasn't there? Was it after the Super Bowl last night? There was some fights, some UFC, because I heard about those. I heard there was a women's fight that was.
No.
Like the lady landed 200 and some punches, and the other one landed one, and it was real bloody.
Was it like a UFC or something?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I heard about that. I should have checked the news, but I heard some stuff about that, and it was like they basically said, that ref is never going to ref again.
Right.
He basically let this woman.
I wonder if the ref was just some hanger-on that just came up. Yeah, sure, I'll ref it. Not a problem. Hit her more.
Well, isn't that the whole point of the UFC, right? It's just like you beat each other into submission and basically kill each other.
For God's sake, you're in a cage. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't like the old school boxing where there are some rules and you're not supposed to...
Marcus the Queen's very rule.
Yeah, you're not supposed to kill somebody. I mean, but...
Yeah.
Who am I to judge if people want to pay to watch someone break someone's arm or something?
Right.
Oh, dear Lord. I always was like, oh no, I don't like that. But I don't know. Yeah, I
don't know. I've never been to a
You didn't catch that? You don't.
I
follow,
did not.
You don't follow the.
by the time the Super Bowl was over, I was in a full-blown meat coma. So I just,
Yeah. I don't follow that. The last one I saw, and I didn't watch it. Like, that's the other thing. I don't do pay-per-view. It's like the same thing as a backstage pass. You just give me a backstage pass. I'm not doing pay-per-view. I'm such a curmudgeon. It's like, last one I saw is after it was over, and then looked and saw like the videos of the highlights was the last Ronda Rousey fight where she gets knocked out.
Yeah, she got.
That was the last one I watched.
Yeah, she got.
But that was it.
She got catered.
I was trying to find what that.
She's in wrestling now. Do you know that she signed a huge contract with WWE? Oh, Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, at the same time during the Super Bowl too, this guy from the Colts got run over, got killed.
I saw that. Now wow, yeah, that is a travesty.
Yeah, that was bad. I was just gonna see here UFC. Let me just look and see. I'm curious. Yeah,
and maybe someone can help me. My kid.
Here it is right here. Mario Yamaski breaks silence about the controversial UFC Bellum co-main event. Here's these two, and it's two gals.
Yeah.
Valentina Shevchenko and Priscilla Cochiera. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with either of them.
For not stopping the fight sooner and allowing Pedrita to take unnecessary damage.
Like a standing 8 or something.
Yeah. No, apparently they just she just beat the other her opponent silly. Yeah, and they didn't stop the fight, and so they're basically and it was like this guy Yamasaki, this I guess Japanese guy or whatever was there's a picture of it here. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, apparently it was pretty bad.
Yeah. The original,
because they're supposed to stop it. So
original ref pulled out, so they got the guy who's selling the jujubes behind the counter. Hey, kid, you can do it.
And then the since this is a big sporting Monday, right after sports,
sure.
So the big thing that's coming up, is it Thursday? The Winter Olympics.
Thursday and Friday.
I just
I don't know.
Anything?
I haven't got
it's
really
in South Korea, right? And then there's the North Koreans. And
North Koreans actually showing up, yeah.
I don't know.
In fact, I think they're both squads are going to be just out of a kind of a unified Korea banner.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's up. I don't know the Winter Olympics. I mean, there's like when you think of the Winter Olympics, you think, okay, what? Skiing. There's like downhill.
The ski jump one,
right? Ski jump.
Yeah. The slalom, which is kind of cool.
The Jamaican bobsleds.
I love the bobsleds. Yeah.
Yeah. The luge. Because that's the single.
Right, they have to control it with their feet or whatever it is.
Yeah, and when those go awry.
Oh yeah.
Because they're going like 80 miles an hour, and like the guy flips off, and it's like, well,
yeah, what could go wrong? Careening down the side of a mountain on a
people. Gosh, a few years back, someone died on
seriously
the luge.
Messed up. Yeah,
died.
Yeah,
yeah. So the luge.
Yes.
Then there's all the ice skating stuff.
Hockey.
Yeah. Oh, hockey, right?
Ice hockey. Yeah.
Then there's the ice skating stuff and the ice dancing and all that stuff, which to me has never been interesting since
ice skating. No, maybe that is Winter Olympics. Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be. I can't imagine.
Yeah, it's got to be Winter Olympics
in summer.
And then there's the skate racing.
Speed skating. Yeah, that's cool.
And then there's the thing, is that the Olympics? The thing with the thing, and then then you have to sweep it off. Sweep.
Curling. They got the curling, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And then there's the stuff with the guns.
Yeah, what they call, not decathlon, but something where they're like they do cross-country skiing, but that's not good enough. You need to shoot stuff while you're on skis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't do a whole lot of sports, so watch or whatever. Yeah. So I'm particular, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna turn it on. And I don't hear anyone. You remember back in the old days?
Yeah.
Well, Summer Olympics usually were a big thing.
Snowboarding, I guess, is big though this year.
Snowboarding, yeah. But people would get excited for the Olympics.
Yeah.
But I just don't hear anyone getting excited.
Yeah. There's no those names, too. Well, even back in the 90s, remember, they had the Dream Team basketball. People got huge, whoa, that's going to be great. Or back in the old days, it was in the Summer Olympics, it was boxing. Yeah. Remember, a lot of the future champions came out of the Olympic program. Ali, Foreman, all that stuff. But Evander Holyfield.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Olympic boxing was like, I remember that. But that was like the Summer Olympics.
I'm trying to think of Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
We did have like I said, Tanya Harding.
The most exciting thing that ever happened, I can, off the top of my head, is Tanya Harding stuff. That was interesting.
That was, yeah.
Boy, everyone tuned in for that,
Oh, yeah, because they just wanted to see if she was going to go postal or something, and,
Still haven't seen that movie. They got that actually. The next big thing that's coming. So look, we had the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
All this is happening this month, right?
Yep.
The Super Bowl, the Winter Olympics starting into this week.
Yeah.
And then the Academy Awards come up too, right?
Oh, that's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like the end of the month or something like that.
Somewhere
in there.
It's either the very end of the month or the very beginning of
And so
March. Yeah.
So then I gotta go do. I've seen one of the movies, I've seen The Shape of Water.
Yeah,
I said I didn't like it so well. I just, and everyone, I know the rest of the world, 99% of you are like, it's the best thing I've ever seen.
Right.
I mean, there's nothing. I like that Doug Jones guy. He does a lot of character makeup, and he's a really good actor. It has nothing to do with the actors or whatever.
Yeah.
So there's that. The one that everyone tells me that I will like that was a really good movie is the Get Out, which I haven't seen yet. So that's the one I want to rent and watch. Apparently that is the movie, almost the movie of the year, Get Out. That's really good. Everyone's like, I'm not going to say anything, just go get it and go watch it. It's like, I got to get that. And I wanted to see it when it came out, but I often still haven't seen the Blade Runner yet.
Me either, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a theater movie in years.
The last one was the new Star Wars.
Right.
One.
Yeah.
And then that was the big thing, because the Super Bowl, I don't know if I mentioned it on Friday. The rumors among the fandom was that we were going to see a Star Wars preview trailer.
We did for Solo.
And we did.
Yeah.
And we did.
Solo.
We've been waiting, because that thing comes out in a couple months.
Yeah.
And everyone's waiting. And it's been kind of controversial. They fired the directors, Ron Howard. But it looks cool.
Yeah.
It looks like a Star War. There's
a Star War?
Yeah. Chewbacca's in it. Can't be all bad.
No.
And Woody Harrelson.
Yeah. Right.
And Chewbacca.
Right.
And some dude who's playing Han Solo.
Now, Woody Harrelson, is it just regular Woody Harrelson, or is it like Natural Born Killers Woody Harrelson? Because that could take things
exactly. Is it Cheers Woody Harrelson, or is it just, no, natural? No, I don't know. He's like some scoundrel or something.
So, gotcha.
I don't know.
He does play good scoundrel.
The effects look cool. I mean, what I saw, you saw it, right?
Yeah.
It was like, ooh, that looks cool.
Look good.
There's lots of effects. Lots of Star Wars effects, There's Empire people, and there's the ships.
Yeah. I dig it.
I mean, it's just a movie. It's supposed to be, get the popcorn, get your beverage, watch your movie,
The one movie I may go see in the theater, actually, is Black Panther.
Yeah, that's the one everyone's excited about.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. He was always one of my favorite comic characters, though. Black Panther. So I dig it.
See, that's the one that everyone's excited about, but because I'm not so well versed in the comic stuff, I don't know. I mean, like I said before, I've seen some Avengers stuff. I've seen some of these new movies. Yeah. I've enjoyed some of them. Yeah. Some not so much. Some better than others. But I'm not like the big, like all the comic book super fans. So I don't know the Black Panther character.
Oh yeah.
I don't know him.
Well, he's king.
But everyone's excited
king of
about
Wakanda, a fictional
Wakanda.
African nation.
Is his
but it's the first
James Earl Jones, perhaps?
Maybe.
I mean, I'm just
anyway.
What was the name? Coming to America. Was that it? Was
right.
That, the name of the
that
movie?
was Wakanda. That was
Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall.
Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall.
James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones. Yeah.
It was the dad.
Oh, I loved it. Yeah, love that movie. But yeah, Wakanda, fictional African country, but it's like a very technologically advanced country, pretty much a first world country. That actually, and he
I have those,
and it's just him after he ascends to the throne, and before he ascends to the throne, just kind of becomes this sort of superhero kind of, but it's from a long line of descendants of people who were assume the mantle of Black Panther.
Oh, okay.
So it's interesting.
Yeah. No, everyone's super excited about it in the fandom.
Yeah.
Because even though I don't know what that is, I watch the fans.
Yeah.
And so they're very excited about this.
I'm a weird comic guy in the fact that my most favorite characters aren't the real major ones. I like the ones that are real tangential off to the side. Like my favorites are, because Black Panther never really got a huge play. So I dig it. I dig it. I dig the whole vibe. But my most favorite superhero of all is Union Jack. Old Invaders. He's kind of like a British, superhero.
Oh my God.
I love it. Yeah, dig the whole vibe, man.
Wouldn't that be what was that guy's name? Kind of the Doc Savage.
Doc Savage would be awesome.
Because he had like his whole group of dudes.
Yeah.
Remember? Wasn't there like a British dude? And there was all these different dudes.
Yeah.
The Doc, he had a crew. I read a couple of the books.
I want a World War II, a couple World War II period pieces. I want a Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos.
Oh wow!
I think that would be a cool one. And also, I want the Invaders.
Yeah,
which has Union Jack.
I want
Submariner, Captain America.
Yeah. Rocky Jones, Space or whatever that is. Remember Rocky, the space cereal.
Oh,
Rocky Jones,
something like
something. Yeah, I can't remember. It was Rocky Jones and something.
Yeah,
they were like the movie serials.
Yeah,
Yeah. They're pretty funny.
Okay,
they'd go fly around in space and just like Flash Gordon, basically, kind of same thing.
Homage.
Evil print queens and things on other planets, and they'd have to go. It's like Space Command or something like that. I don't
Space Cadet?
Yeah, something like that.
Like they're little marionettes.
But I guess, everyone's excited about this Black Panther, so maybe I'll check it out. I don't know. I'll have to go. I might.
Yeah.
I might get an opportunity. Backstage pass.
Yeah.
Which is really weird because the backstage pass doesn't work in the theater because then you're behind the screen.
That's true.
Anyway.
Or maybe you're standing behind the popcorn vendor.
We really have to hire a drummer.
Yeah.
So
rim shot.
Yeah, so there's that one. Well, and I think there also was the Infinity War.
Right.
Because that's the other one.
We need to get Doc Hazel, like when we do when we get closer to the summer blockbusters. We need to get Doc Hazel involved.
I still haven't seen the Wonder Woman, and that was supposed to be the best one.
I've never seen Wonder Woman.
Was supposed to be the best one from last year.
Everyone says that is just a really great movie, and I've never seen Wonder Woman. I know.
I mean, I've
horrible.
I've said this. Yeah, I've said this often on this show that Batman, Superman, Batman. Oh,
I won't watch it.
It was horrible. It was just horrible. I turned it off halfway through. It was like I just can't do this anymore. I mean, especially here's the thing. You know, you had the early Michael Keaton and the Tim Burton, right? Mm-hmm. And then they had other ones,
George Clooney, Val Kilmer,
whatever,
Christian Bale.
But then you had the Christopher Nolan, Christian Bale, and those movies, which were really good. I liked them.
More
violent, but real good.
Batman-esque.
And then it's like, okay, let's do Batman again. We'll get Ben Affleck and so it's like,
I can't do
sorry, man. I think we pretty much, even the worst movie, which was the third movie, which was not quite as good.
Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy?
No. I'm talking about the Christopher, because it was kind of a trilogy. It was
you mean the one
Batman Begins, the one with the Joker, Heath Ledger, which was like, whoa, this might be one of the best movies.
Oh, that was
we've ever seen with superhero villains and stuff, because Heath Ledger,
Yeah.
And then the last one, which was kind of weird, but it still had Tom Hardy as Bane, and he was brilliant.
Yeah,
it was still like, that guy's, and it's Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy can pretty much walk on and do the phone book, and
Sure.
it's like he's just one of those actors where it's like, yeah, you cast him. The movie could be crappy. It doesn't matter. He'll be really good.
But it's got Tom Hardy in it.
Yeah.
That makes it worth it. Yeah.
Yeah. He'll be good in it. He'll do whatever. And he's a real chameleon, too, because it's like you're like Bane, Fury Road, Star Trek Nemesis, which I had no idea was him.
Oh, yeah. He's got some.
And
elastic
Inception
chops,
and just all these other movies. So anyway,
but I can't do Affleck, dude. I can't do it. I can never picture Ben Affleck as Batman.
No, we don't.
I can't do it. Can't do it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
no. But and it's just like
and
I think that Henry Cavill guy's a pretty good actor, but he's gonna. You know what one I'm excited about?
Yeah,
they showed the previous here again Super Bowl, all the movie trailer previews that we saw.
Yeah,
actually the new Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
No. First of all, what's his name there?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
He's so crazy. He does all his own stunts.
Right.
So much so that there's a scene in the movie, and it's in the trailer. You watch it. He jumps between two buildings. He broke his ankle. Actually, that scene is in the movie.
Wow.
And they have like 6 cameras.
Yeah.
And they've got close-ups of him breaking. I mean, it's
busting his ankle.
Yeah. And so they had like to take like 6 weeks off or something after that. But the dude, I've seen the behind the scenes because he released it, where he jumps between 2 buildings, hits a building, breaks his ankle.
Yeah.
It's like one of those overextended things. And the camera that's forward to him, he still does the scene like he gets up and he like crawls out of the scene because he's like I'm saving the shot. And he said at the time when he did it, he's like, "Oh, I knew something was bad." But it's like, what he's like, "We're not going to be doing a reshoot of this because I know I'm going to the hospital as soon as we call cut." But then he flew his own helicopter. There's helicopters in there. He actually flew the helicopter.
Wow.
Like Tom Cruise himself was flying the helicopter.
Oh, that's some respect.
And Simon Pegg's in it and all that. And they're all like, Tom Cruise is crazy. Like, we're never sure if we're going to survive these Mission Impossible things. Yeah. So it sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And that has Henry Cavill in it. And so the funny thing, did you hear this story, right? Henry Cavill, who is the new Superman in the Superman movies, which aren't very good, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. He was in the Mission Impossible. And if you actually see like the stuff, he's got a nice big thick brushy mustache. Okay.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Well, then they were having problems with the Batman v Superman show or whatever, or maybe it's Justice League. That's what it was. Did that come out? Yeah, it did. Mm-hmm. The Justice League. Never saw it.
Me either.
So they had to bring him back and reshoot because they were having problems with the Justice League, and he couldn't shave his mustache off because of the Mission Impossible, and he was under contract, and the Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise, like, you ain't shaving that off.
Yeah.
You can go shoot whatever you need to go shoot.
But you ain't shaving.
So in the Justice League,
yeah.
He comes back to suit up and play Superman, and they digitally removed his mustache in the movie.
Does it look bad? I mean, yeah.
Go look on the internet. Like
everyone,
it just was an internet sensation.
Okay, I'll get checked out.
Yeah, I mean, I can show you. I can show you the thing. And it just sort of, and you think of these are 2 studios, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I think 2 different. It's not in the same studio. I
Probably,
don't think.
Yeah.
And so it's like one studio really screwing the other studio. It's like, oh, you want that research? That was great, but
sure, you can have them, but you can't.
Taking that mustache off. That's in our character.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, you think, well, you could put on a fake mustache.
Sure.
So he could have just done the Groucho Marx for the Mission Impossible. Hey, I'm Henry Cavill.
But it would have been easier. You would think with technology now, it would have been far easier to put on a prosthetic, a fake mustache and make it look more natural than to digitally take out the mustache on its own. I got to see this because
I'm gonna
the mind
for the folks.
Yeah, the mind's eye now has got me.
Here it is, right here. On the left is the digitally recreated Superman, and you kind of see the upper lip and the mouth. I mean, the whole upper part has to be digitally redone, and they had to knock it out quickly too. That was the other problem.
Yeah,
so
it looks like
there's actually an even better photo that I saw. It looks pretty bad, and fans were pretty like taken aback.
Pretty relentless in their scorn.
And there's all these funny pictures. Like there's actually pictures of him. I love this.
Okay.
This is the other one, which may actually be it. It may be. It almost looks like it is an original still.
Okay.
From when they were doing reshoots. There's Superman with the mustache.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know if that.
He looks like some 50s.
See, I kind of almost would have just gone with it.
Yeah.
You know, I would have just been like, look, you do these reshoots with Batman or Superman, right? And it's like somehow like you just write it into the script. Like all of a sudden it's like, oh, I've been away for a month. Movember, you know,
right?
Hey, Superman does Movember, you know.
Put that back up there because I got an idea. This is like 50s Superman. If you could like get rid of the cape and put him in a bathrobe,
oh yeah,
I mean, he's like Hugh Hefner.
Yeah,
you put him in there with maybe put a fez on him and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, who says you can't save the world and be comfortable at the same time?
Yeah,
you know, that's sort of great.
Good thing you didn't have any nude scenes or something. You never know what to do with that.
Wow,
but
that's true. That's true.
No, but yeah. So that was like a big, you know. So the internet made tons and tons and tons of fun about that. You know.
Oh, I bet.
So I don't know. I mean, I did want to, you know, at that point I wanted to see the movie just to see the bad CGI with the.
Just fast forward until you get to the point where it shows him his weird upper lip.
Yeah, it's like, what's wrong with his lip? And you know, that's a still. It looks okay, but remember, this is all film and stuff, so it's got to move with the dial. So it's like, maybe it's like, can we just do a lot of long static shots of Superman talking now, or from behind? Like every scene of him, you know, that they reshoot with the mustache isn't a close up; it's actually the back of his head, and he's talking to
he's behind the car that's taken off the lower half. He's like, "Look over there! I'm not going to kneel before Zod." You know,
exactly. Like he's below the desk or something. It's like.
Right.
I can't see it, you know.
Wait, I've got an itch. You know, oh, that would be great. We can get around that.
But see, the thing is this is what you and I do.
Yeah.
We problem solve. Man, we could be down in Hollywood. The Justice League problem with the mustache. Yeah, Jason and I are on it.
Yeah, if only these studio guys would say to themselves, "Hey, we got ourselves in the pickle. We need Doc and Jason right now to
solve our problem. Think out of the box."
Yes, mustache, smustache, no problem.
You got it right there. You got the plant right there. He'd just be behind the branch, right?
Look, yeah. There's foliage. We don't know. Yeah. Maybe if let's say it's an urban scene, right? It's an urban. People are eating bagels. It's cool.
Oh, beautiful. He'd be or drinking a Starbucks.
See, that is
actually, right. Wonder Woman, you know.
He eats a bagel, right?
Yeah.
He comes away and like, oh, that's not a mustache. He just had cream cheese on it.
Yeah.
See, you're missing it.
Yeah, and anytime something's not obstructing his mouth.
Or he drinks milk and you get the milk.
Yeah, and anytime there's something not obstructing his mouth, you just go to a back of the head shot. Then you just see the close-up of the person reacting.
Why not?
Just like they do in interviews, which is hilarious because you think that interviews you're actually watching it live. Oh no. They're all edited. Oh, yeah. Especially when you see the interviewer that's a cut to.
Oh yeah.
When they go,
okay, we're gonna do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking, I can't believe the car thing. Like,
exactly. Yeah. It's a cut. It's a way to actually edit and cut part of the interview out too.
Right.
Because like, if you cut to the reporter going, Lance, you can edit out half of the conversation or the answer. You can do it for brevity, for editing or whatever.
Or just a shot that doesn't look.
Well, all they do is they, after they're done with the interview or whatever, they take those shots.
Oh yeah.
And they take the shots that if they're good enough, they'll take it of the interviewer and the host, where it's like, okay, just stand there, look like you're listening.
Right, you're holding up the mic and you're like,
and you're just they're just shooting that, and then you just edit that in. So see, you would do that with the Superman Justice League, where it would be like he'd walk out and you just see Henry Cavill as Superman, just get a shot of his head, and you'd start hearing him talking, and then it would be Wonder Woman going, "You don't say,"
or like people in the crowd, right? They're like, "Oh, horrific!" Like that. Weird, folks. We are offering solutions here. This is what we do.
We do.
They call us. We'll do lunch. We can help.
There's something else going on with the movies. Something else on the movie thing. We had the Solo, we had the Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise broke his ankle flying the thing. Which again, like I said, I'm kind of excited. Those Mission Impossibles are pretty action packed.
They are. That's one thing I got to say is that they are.
I give him credit. Tom Cruise may be kind of out there, but he knows his craft.
Right. I'm still waiting for the Mission Impossible movie where the Mission Impossible team take on the Scientologists.
Oh God,
that could cause a little, oops. Where do my loyalties lie?
Oh my gosh,
I'm just,
yeah.
Again,
I don't think you bring up that. You don't bring up the E-meter or whatever on the Dianetics on the set of Mission Impossible. It's like,
but this climax at the climax scene, it turns out it just they're fighting. It turns into some alien.
Titans. Anyway. And then John Travolta shows up and is like, oh, well.
Yeah, what happened?
Anyway. Yeah. There was one other thing that happened during the Super Bowl in the media. Now I don't remember. We got the Academy Awards. We got that. Boy, I don't remember. Solo story. That's coming
Solo,
out.
Black Panther, Mission Impossible.
Yeah. There's one other big news. Now I don't remember it. We thought that actually doing an afternoon show we'd be awake and our minds would be working. And it turns out it's like
turns
coffee
out
hangover. Isn't everyone like pretty much like out of it the Monday after?
Oh yeah,
after Super Bowl.
Yeah, you're either drinking too much, or with me in my case, I don't drink, but I go into like I get meat drunk.
Yeah,
I go into like a meat coma, and so the day after, you're just kind of slugging.
You know what I wanted? I wanted like a nacho. So it's like I actually took a picture. I should have sent it to you.
Okay.
I ate my weight in chips and guacamole. I did.
Your weight in guac.
Yeah. No, yeah. I did.
Does that mean you're gonna have a green?
Oh yeah.
To you?
Yes, yeah. I'm going to be Captain Guac.
Captain Guac.
Yeah. No, I was like, that's all. It's like, okay, I'm doing the Super Bowl thing. What do you have for Super Bowl? Chips.
Yeah. Chips.
What do I want? I haven't had a nacho in a long time. I haven't had the salsa or whatever. Sure. I want chips. I want salsa, and I want the guacamole. Sure. I mean, I wanted a nacho, but I kind of ran out of time with that.
Gotcha.
So guac and salsa will do the trick. Right. And so I get a couple bags of my favorite chips, and they don't have the big canister, so I get 2 canisters of it extra. I got a leftover and a thing of salsa because I don't know how many people were going to be there. Turns out it's just like me and a couple other people. Because you show up and it's like you show up with the stuff and there's like 10 people there and you're like, yeah, that's my. Are you gonna take? So I want to make sure that I have enough because I'm really jonesing for the chips and guacamole.
Right, you want to make sure that
we got it coming out of our ears. It's like all over. And then we have chips and there's chips here and stuff. We have like all the versions of the same chips. It's like this is the plain, this is a jalapeno. I mean, it was a cornucopia. I mean, it's like a Super Bowl thing, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. That's the thing I never really liked. Super Bowl is the American consume holiday, isn't it?
It is.
It's pretty much just like,
Yeah.
You're just not American enough if you're not consuming at the Super Bowl.
Oh, you're eating.
And sitting on your butt.
Yeah. Second to like Christmas or Thanksgiving, that's generally, Super Bowl is totally a food-oriented event, holiday, sort of event. I mean, I did the old sandwich wraps. I did that. I couldn't just have one sort of dip, so we had to have like 3 different styles because you got to do it. And I that wasn't even enough for me. I had to have the boneless chicken wings. Had to do that, and by the time it was over, I was just. It was not a good sight. I should have had someone take a picture after it was over because it's just it looks like he did he looks like he had a whole bottle of Cuervo. No, he just he's just meat drunk. Don't worry about him. Put him in a quarter.
It just and then there was the whole big gigantic everything's going off.
Yeah.
The whole big gigantic this is why I mute the phone. The whole big gigantic eating and all that, and news and stuff. And here's the funny thing too. Then they had that political news with the memo and stuff, and that all went out on Friday. But see, people care, but then they don't care because they got and it's like what
news broke as we were coming on the air.
Yes,
today. The Democrats released their...
Oh, of course.
Sending it to Trump to release.
Yes.
So there's
a memo.
Hubbub.
They have a memo. You get a memo. You get a memo. Everyone gets a memo.
Yeah. I see your memo and raised you this memo.
I had a rant about that whole thing, but I'm not going to do it.
We'll save it for Wednesday.
Yeah.
I got a lot of...
let's just say this.
Yeah.
If you're up on Facebook and you rant about Trump and memos and stuff, and include KGB in there, you better be talking about the Soviet Union, which dissolved.
Yeah.
Okay?
Quite a while ago, actually.
Yeah.
Now.
So, learn your history. I don't care what political side you're on. Learn your damn history.
Right.
And most people who are most opinionated have no sense of their history.
Right. Yeah. I've been very strangely silent politically wise.
That's good. You know what? Yeah, and then Facebook's doing all this weird stuff about changing what you see and stuff for the better, which will always be for the worst.
Yeah.
I mean, it's here we are broadcast. Hi. Facebook. Probably no. Yeah, we probably don't. And you got to buy it. It's people are predicting that some of this stuff is going to go down the tubes.
Yeah.
Facebook and all that stuff. I mean,
everything's cyclical, though.
Like these guys who run these companies won't even let their own kids on social, like Facebook, and so they're like, "Oh no, I'm not."
And I'm not going to say that isn't a bad move.
That's right.
But everything's cyclical. Hello, MySpace.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
It comes and it goes. I mean, there'll be
and at least MySpace was great. I remember doing a band thing, and we had put up a MySpace page. Here's some songs. Here's pictures.
Yeah,
a little video. It was awesome.
Yeah, MySpace was actually cool in the fact that you
could being a band or
audio.
Something like that.
It was designed to be very sort of interactive, sort of with audio and visual stuff. And I think Facebook's coming around to it. I mean, with the Facebook Live and other stuff. But I don't know. I'm not a huge Zuckerberg fan, and so I
no.
And
then you mentioned you mentioned not here but offline. You mentioned the stock market's tanking.
Worst closing ever.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a lot more infrastructure in place since 1929.
Well,
so, I mean, you can take a hit.
Yeah.
That was 1,175 point down.
But it was outrageous.
Yeah,
it's been outrageous.
They said that literally today alone, the drop, a combined loss of over $1 trillion.
Oh, wow.
And my first comment on that was when I saw that, I'm like, well, there's some rich people that aren't rich anymore.
Well,
Yeah.
Along with that, and kind of previous to the stock market,
Yeah.
was the whole Bitcoin or
Oh,
cryptocurrency
free fall.
thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That big bubble, because that's been running up, 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 up. And I'm a, I've said this before.
It's a readjustment.
Tech sort of a guy.
Yeah.
I have had a hard time just wrapping my head around the whole cryptocurrency thing, and I know people, and I actually want to get somebody on to explain it. I've known, I heard a talk on it several years ago as it was first coming up, but there's issues about making the blockchain, and there's things you can do with the blockchain that aren't money related, that have to do with authentication and things like that.
Sure.
So there's actually a social network that's trying to get started that's based on the blockchain, and there's other things. So I'm kind of looking into those, but I have
I'm not too familiar.
Yeah, I have to have time for that.
Yeah.
But so it's interesting stuff. But I've heard one of the big issues is the power, the energy that it takes the computers to generate this blockchain cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
is exponential. Like they use like these big server farms, and they mine Bitcoin or whatever you want to call it, right? These mining servers, and they said that like at some point it will consume all of the Earth's energy resources or something like that. I don't know how like in the future if it continues to go. So I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, so I don't know either. I mean,
but anyway, Bitcoin dropped below 7,000.
Yeah.
Amidst news of China's full ban of cryptocurrency. See, that was always the risk.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool that people are creating a new currency, which might be much more beneficial in the future.
A universal pan currency.
What the problem is, who controls the currency?
Right.
At the end of the day, it's the governments. It's China.
Yeah, whose self-interest controls the currency, because China's going to look after China, U.S. is going to look after the U.S., Russia is going to look after Russia.
And I like the idea about like anything social, like any internet or whatever is disrupting some sort of system. And this is like, we could maybe disrupt the banking system or whatever, because banks have a lot of power. They can charge a lot of fees and do all this stuff. But it's like, that's a pretty global banking's a pretty powerful group out there that includes China. And so it's kind of like, but there's...
It would almost, in order to affect the real
China's full ban,
China's
full ban of cryptocurrency. That's a huge headline.
It's a huge market.
Yeah. And so, And so I've known, like, people have made money on this because they've invested in it.
People have sunk a lot.
And, but it's more kind of like the Ponzi scheme. It's like at some point when that, and here's the thing that, because I was like, that would be cool to make money. And I saw some pretty smart people who were like on Facebook, who I know, who are smart people, who are like all like, oh my gosh, you got to do this cryptocurrency. I'm like, what's the downside though? Because there's always a downside. And part of the thing is at some point you need to be able to cash out that value, right?
Yeah.
And there's been some issues with that.
That's one question I've always had. With the fluidity of all of that. Yeah. How can you effectively, if you need to get out of it, how can you effectively do it at a almost point of sale time?
Right.
Because all these markets are somewhat tied together, interdependent upon each other, and everything's going now not at a stock market 9 a.m. to 5 or whatever, 9 a.m. to 3.
Right.
It's now 24/7 futures. Everything's going. I don't know where all of this leads as it correlates to as you brought up, different countries sort of their sovereignty is a large part of this tied up into currency and money.
Yeah,
and I can see China's point that they don't want to get involved in any of that. We want ours
Well, on Tuesday, the leaders of two main regulatory agencies in the United States to oversee the technology, the Security Exchange Commission and Commodity Futures Trading Commission, are going to testify before the Senate Banking Committee. Well, there you go. Yeah. Now, the big news, what did raise like cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and stuff, was the Chicago Board of Trade. When they actually did add cryptocurrency, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. This China thing, I was looking, the New York Times is all, they've got a big article that just dropped within the last hour. And of course, the Times.
Yeah.
The gray lady is always on top of all these. Technology is good. No, they go back and read some of their early articles about the internet.
Yeah.
Because they knew it would disrupt their business.
Right.
I don't hate the New York Times, but I'm also not like a rabid fan of the New York Times either. So.
No, I believe in the theoretical in that I believe in a robust press.
Yeah. Oh, me too.
But at the end of the day, a lot of the papers are written whatever media you're using.
And there's been hacks.
They're companies trying to make money.
The other thing is there's been hacks. They're talking about in this article hacks and some Ponzi schemes, of course, and that's always an issue, right?
Sure.
I mean, that's what got Madoff, right? Ponzi scheme. That's
Bernie
Madoff.
Madoff. Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that's going on. I know what the big story. I don't know if they've canceled it. I don't think so. The big story tomorrow is, which I'll be watching, I think it's in the afternoon, our time, SpaceX.
That's right.
SpaceX.
You've got a biggie coming.
The Falcon Heavy.
It's a launch, right?
That's right. The first test launch.
Right.
And this is the one, the cool thing is, it's a test launch of the rocket, so they don't want to put a satellite or anything in there because it's a test. We're not.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk has been like, I give a 50-50 on this thing. I'm not sure, where we're going to be at, how we're going to do it. So they're not going to launch anyone's actual payload or whatever.
Right.
Why can't I just mute this thing properly? You never know, right? Like, you have to go into it. Anyway. Remember back when the cell phones just flat out had a switch?
Yeah.
Anyway, back in the day when the cell phones had a switch. So they're going to launch this thing, and they're not putting anything up in orbit. So this is the one where Elon Musk took his own Tesla car, and that's what they're going to launch into space.
Nice.
Elon Musk's Tesla.
Yeah.
So if this launch is successful, there will be, I think it's red. There will be a Tesla in a perpetual orbit for hundreds and hundreds of years between the Earth and the Sun.
It's not a bad ride on a Sunday afternoon. You just cruise.
Well, I'm hoping they have cameras in it.
Right.
But they've got pictures. I mean, it's kind of crazy. But they've been successful with their rockets. And, the big thing about them is they're actually launching payloads and things into space.
Yeah.
And then they bring the rocket back down and it lands back down,
on a
which
platform,
is amazing. And they're saying that will make things cheaper because they don't have to rebuild the rockets every time.
Yep.
And which will make space flight cheaper and do better things. So the Falcon Heavy is 3 rockets in one.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what they do is they've got the main rocket, and then they strap 2 others on. Yeah. And you see the Atlas 4, I can't remember. The Atlas is like that. You see Russian rockets.
Soyuz.
Yeah, you strap on more boosters. But it's kind of complicated because rocketry is still rocket science.
Right, yeah.
And so, you put these on and there's more pressures and stuff, incredible amounts of pressure in that thing. So things can go awry.
Right.
But the plan is, if all goes successful, and it may not, they're going to launch this thing and they're going to get it up and there was this awesome animation, which I posted to my Facebook, the animation, what they do. And the 2 boosters will come back off, head back down to Earth, land at Cape Canaveral,
Wow.
The two of them together.
Wow.
And then the other one will continue, launch the Tesla.
Yeah.
And then it'll come back to Earth and it'll land on the platform in the ocean.
That is amazing. And I can't wait to see the evolution of all this stuff. Because it just blows my mind. Because usually, you light up your rocket, send her up, and it either ends up floating in space somewhere or just falling down into the ocean.
Yeah.
I think that sort of stuff needs to be more looked at. It's kind of glossed over in the media, and
yeah,
I just find it.
I watch all that stuff. It'll be live streamed. I'm trying to see when it's gonna go up. Well, you can find it. Go look it up.
Google it.
Yeah, use your Google and
yeah.
I think it's in the afternoon, but I'm not sure. Early afternoon, but I'm not sure if that's our time or their time.
Yeah.
It was on the front page. They're fun to watch live, because they have a live stream. I mean, they're SpaceX. They do a lot of good media. I mean, if anything, it's free entertainment.
Yeah, Elon needs to get us involved in there.
Oh,
Coffee with Curmudgeons SpaceX launch.
We'd be knocking over stuff in the back. It's like, oh, was that important?
Yeah.
You just knocked out the navigation computer.
Oops. Because as I'm reaching for the platter of cheese, there's that. Or hey, Elon, what does this do?
Exactly.
Next thing
that would be us. That would be perfect.
Why not?
It would be yes, we would be. That's exactly why we should get involved.
Or I knock over my coffee cup and all these sparks fly and it shorts out.
There goes the navigation, and then all of a sudden you see the rocket remember the early days of the rocket program? It was like
crazy stuff, and they can come back, and it's like, did I do that?
Yeah, it all harkens back to the Stooges, doesn't it?
Right. Right.
Oh, you're not glad. Look what they did. They crashed the rocket.
I don't. Maybe even could we even go pre-Stooge? Maybe Buster Keaton.
We'd
sort of physical.
You'd be all of a sudden you'd be like, boom, and you're in a Tesla, and it's like, hey, wait a minute. Hey, why is the Earth down there?
Right. Hey, cool cut. Oh no!
Oh no! Now what do I do? And you're like floating in the Tesla or over the Earth.
Jason. Yeah. This is Houston. Do not open the door. But I'm warm. I want. Yeah. Can I turn on the AC? No. Oh, come on.
Don't roll down the window, dude.
Yeah. Oh, look. I got to adjust my mirror.
Yeah. They do a lot of good stuff. They do a lot of good stuff. They did. I watched. They did a Tesla rollout of a live stream of autonomous tractors, like tractor trailer, like big semis. I watched that, and it was just like, it was pretty. It was like, I mean, there used to be Apple and Steve Jobs, and he'd come out and go, "Look, it's an iPhone."
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Right.
Look, it's a phone and a computer. And everybody would freak out. But now Musk is like, "Look, it's a giant semi that drives itself." And it's electric,
But how many people they saw that? Oh my God, that's maximum overdrive.
Yeah, no, it's totally cool.
It's gonna just.
It's like it's everything. It's Musk, and then there was something about him selling flamethrowers, which I know nothing about. But anyway, one of his companies. Yes,
Elon Musk flamethrowers.
Yeah.
I must hear more.
This was the company called the Boring Company, which they're drilling holes. I mean, the guy's just like. Let him do whatever.
Right.
Let him shoot rockets, bore holes into the ground. I mean, I'm waiting for him to come out and do like a security company.
Ooh.
It's like the RoboCop, with the RoboCop robots. Put your hands up,
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, come on. That's all we need. Day. Yeah, that's all we need. Is Elon Musk with like a RoboCop company with flamethrowers and.
Right, he's got like cruise missiles on the shoulders and everything.
You have the right to remain silent.
Right, make my day.
Yeah,
ha.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
They blow away some people. On the board. What a great movie. What a classic. Anyway, yeah, I think that's that's a Monday, isn't it?
It's a Monday.
Yeah, I think that's a Monday. So really, I think that's really the only thing I can think of that's really exciting tomorrow is really watching that launch.
Yeah. Watch launch. And if you're bored on a Wednesday, there will be a new season starting up of Turning Left. Finally back.
Finally. All right.
Yeah, I had to get some bugs out of the way, and not only bugs, but flu bugs and other bugs too. And so we are ready to roar on Wednesdays at noon Pacific time.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah.
I did get it working. See, it's ready to install. So maybe this guy will run the audio board if I get it. If I get that and the app works on it. I don't know. But it'll be okay.
That's a good cliffhanger to tune in on Friday.
Yeah, or Wednesday.
It's
like it'll be like
right.
What's wrong with the thing?
Oh, that Trump. Of course, we designed it.
I have universal mute program buttons, so anytime you
good,
it'll be like, oh God, not again.
Chances are we may need it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Well.
All right.
That's a Monday afternoon.
That's it.
Weird,
folks.
Huh?
Yep.
Seems a little weird.
It is, but I kind of like it.
All right. Well,
because everything has already happened kind of during the day. We can react to it. And
but it's a day after Super Bowl, and we're both out of it.
Still out of it.
Oh, man.
I kind of like it.
Maybe next week we won't be here next week.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I will be off.
Ooh.
Yes.
On assignment?
I will be, I believe, yes. I believe next week I'm on assignment.
Excellent. Huh?
That's like the week of isn't that when the Valentine's Day comes up next week? Early next week, I think. I don't know. I have to look at the calendar again.
I'm going to say this
so bad.
Full well. This is going to get me in trouble. I have no idea, but my wife sure does. She knows.
Well, the only reason I know that is because there's something going on that has nothing to do with Valentine's Day, but it lands in that time frame.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. I think it's next week. I could be wrong, Jason.
We may be here.
I should look at it. No, I was looking at my calendar today, and I every single time I'm just like,
yeah.
Forget about winning the lottery. I just want to win a secretary.
Ooh.
No, not for anything bad. I mean, just someone.
No. But like just a personal assistant, intern.
Something.
Winner.
Just something. Oh, I know what the other news item was that we didn't talk about. Now I do remember. It was the third big one. Uma Thurman.
What? Yeah. I have not. I do not know this.
New York Times. Maureen Dowd. Very weird article. She addresses the Harvey Weinstein stuff.
Me too, yeah.
And Quentin Tarantino. Ooh. But not two different stories. Quentin didn't do but the big news out of this thing is there's a video from Kill Bill where she had to drive a car. She didn't want to do it. She wanted a stunt driver to do it because she was worried about controlling the car.
Yeah.
Tarantino forces her to drive this car. They're filming Kill Bill in Mexico. You remember Kill Bill? That was a good movie. I like that movie actually, and I really loved Uma Thurman in it.
Never seen it.
Oh, it's really good. It you would like it, I think. Okay. Both there's part 1 and part 2.
Okay.
And she's after I saw that, I was like, love Uma Thurman.
Mm-hmm.
She's really good. She's good. So she's driving the car. They got a camera mounted on the back.
Mm-hmm.
And Quentin's forcing her to do it. It's toward the end of production. And he's like, you got to do it. You're holding it up. She's like, well, I don't feel safe. I don't think this is safe. So she drives this convertible Carmen Ghia. And she goes, I'm going to crash it. I can't control it. We're on a gravel road. Sure enough, here's the film of her driving the car. She crashes it for real into a palm tree.
Oh, she all right?
She's got a concussion, damage to the knees. They're pulling her out of the car, and so after that, she and Quentin have this huge falling out.
Yeah,
and she's like, "I want the footage because I want to see that." And then the lawyers, and maybe you get sued. And then they wanted to have her sign a waiver that said you're not going to sue us for this accident. It's like, guys, and she says, she screwed herself up after that, her knees and stuff, and she had this big concussion. And you see her, and you actually. And the New York Times released this video of her actual footage of the camera that she finally got a hold. Like, she'd been asking for this for years.
Yeah.
Finally gets it. They released it on the New York Times. I watched this thing. It's harrowing. I mean, there's Uma Thurman, and you see the back, and you see her driving. And you can tell the thing. And the deal is the stunt people, the people who were working on it.
Yeah.
They were the ones who told her, I don't think you want to drive the car.
Yeah.
Have one of the stunt people do it. This thing's kind of rigged up. It's a little dangerous. Sure enough, it is. Like, it's going here, smashes, and she falls back, and it looks really bad, and then she kind of, like, she stands for a minute, but then the crew member actually carries her off, and she's holding her head and everything.
Oh, jeez.
It's like right there. Check it out, the New York Times.
Quentin, what's going on?
Yeah, Maureen Dowd. It's a very, again, weird article. A lot of people had issues with the tone of the article. That's fine. Yeah. I mean, or whatever. And it is kind of a weird article, but just for seeing this video, and poor lady, I was like, felt bad for her.
Yeah,
I was like, and she was like, this is why I'm angry at these guys here, and she does have a Harvey Weinstein story, but and then their lawyers said, oh, maybe they'll sue her for libel or whatever. Get over it, whatever.
Right,
you're not gonna do that.
That is too bad.
Yeah. But this whole car crash thing was the thing that was really weird.
Yeah.
So go check that out.
Into it, yeah. I'll
oh man, you watch it and you'll be like, oh, dang,
Yeah.
It's like it's like one of those like, yeah, let's kill our lead actor on the set. This is like something Hollywood you don't want to.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want
to. I understand you got artistic vision and stuff, but when it gets to the point where you're actually compromising your actor's health to do it, there's got to be some sort of...
Well, it's so that and the contrast of Tom Cruise doing his own stunts in Mission Impossible and breaking his ankle. Now, Cruise, he's doing that by his own choice.
Sure.
No one's forcing Tom Cruise to do that.
Right.
That's his choice. Fine. If he wants to kill himself on the set of Mission Impossible, more power to you.
Yeah, I have ultimate props for people like him and like Jackie Chan who do their own.
Yeah, but yeah, you don't force. But this Uma Thurman video, man, it's like it's really
painful, huh?
Yeah, it's painful because you're like, oh, that's gotta hurt, And apparently she had a bad contusion. Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Uma, I feel bad for you.
Yeah. So apparently that's the behind the scenes of why Uma and Quentin Tarantino have not been.
Well, to me that brings up another question: is Uma has by this point, real quickly, she's got some clout behind her.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm sure that she held her own when she was talking about doing this and stuff. But how many other actors who are either breaking in or don't have that clout? We're told on a daily basis, no, you will do this.
Yeah, well...
even though...
Yeah, and actually, more on the Harvey Weinstein thing, that's her comment about that. It's like, if this happened to how many, it's just... Yeah, I felt really bad for her. And you're right, you think, oh, Uma Thurman, she's got lots of clout, she's, a big star. But... stuff, I think Kill Bill did really good in the box office, if I remember. And all that, but it just you're like, no, and these people, and then you're like, oh, someone gets sidelined, and you're like, I wonder why that actor's not working or whatever.
Now right?
It's like, I
guess you're right, because like an athlete who, if you're doing action or whatever, you're depending on your limbs to work, and you're directly hurting your career if you're not able to.
Well, But, Jason, the answer is holograms. Just lots and lots of holograms. Goodbye, everybody.
Live outside the box, but confess inside the box.